October 7th was one of the darkest days in the recent history of humankind. I was sitting and looking at my phone, and all of a sudden I got jammed with messages. Islam has been hijacked twice in my lifetime. First, it was on 9/11, and the second time it was on October 7th, when Allah's sacred name was taken to take lives. That's a desecration of Islam.
The war to destroy the Jews and the Jewish homeland must end once and for all.
I went to Israel after October 7th because my Muslim community refused to believe the atrocities Hamas had committed against the innocent people of Israel. In fact, some of them thought they deserved it. Nobody deserves rape, murder of seniors, babies. I wanted to come back, look my Muslim brothers and sisters in the eyes and say, I bore witness to what happened on October 7th. And so I decided to take Muslim leaders from America to Israel to bear witness. When we went to the kibbutz, we saw innocent people. And a lot of them were the ones who had hired the Hamas terrorists who had come in. They were working as gardeners. They were living in their kibbutz. They were raising money for their families so they could live prosperously in Gaza too. These were the peacemaker communities in Israel had been attacked by these terrorists.
In my family, I lost 3 people. My mother was killed, and also my nephew. Another nephew is being held captured in Gaza. We don't know how he is, if he is dead or alive. My mother, she knew that the people are coming. She heard Arabic talk in her window, and she told her husband and her nephew that was with her in the house to get in a safe room and lock themselves inside. And she told them that she's going to hide too, but she didn't hide. She went to the living room and she told the people that came in that she's alone in the house. She was murdered by a knife.
When we heard the stories of a grandmother who kept the terrorists, we were in that house which was shattered with bullets, and we, as our interfaith group, sat there with the family and the people that were hurt. The grandmother who kept the terrorists busy because she was making cookies and feeding them.
This is the house where, oh my gosh, how the brave grandmother stayed in this house, and then she saved her family.
Terrorists from Hamas, they had collected intelligence. They had come and worked in the city, and they specifically targeted this neighborhood because in gathering their intelligence, they realized that the people who come from a lower socioeconomic area, when missiles are fired, they don't have a bomb shelter in their building or in their home, so they have to go outside. And then, so the terrorists came here, and when people went outside to flee the missiles, that's when Hamas massacred them.
Part of the war Hamas is launching against Israel is a psychological warfare against us. So this is one part, sending pictures of captives, that's another. Telling us that the Beavis family is butchered, that's another thing, and so on and so forth. So that's a multi-dimensional war waged against us.
We also went to the home of an Egyptian woman, a Moroccan woman, one who was a Muslim married to a Jew. And she said, I am Muslim, my children are Muslim, they came in my house, they don't care. We met the Negev Desert Muslims, the blacks, who told us how their sister was shot by Hamas from top to bottom, 32 times, and she was wearing a hijab. We met a woman who told us, how could you as Muslims even stand here and have your religion taken away, when they cut women's breasts and said, Allahu Akbar. Those are the holiest words in Islam. We heard the stories of the Iranians, the father who came from Iran because he was oppressed there, and he was living happily in the kibbutz, and his young son was taken by Hamas. And they were saying, what have we done? We only helped our Gazan neighbors. They still wanted peace.
My son was not soldier. He was civilian. He was a student for computer engineering, and he was peaceful. They came to his house, pull him out, and take him to Gaza. This is something unacceptable. We are peaceful people. We didn't do any harm to the Palestinians. I have Muslim friends, and we're sitting and eating with each other, working with each other. And we all say we are son of God, okay? The same God. So why to fight?
There are people of two nations, and none of them will disappear. We have to learn how to do this. We have to learn how, still after this happened to us, to me, still I think there is nothing else we can do, sorry, but peace.
It's been 2 years now. The war has to end. Both sides have to come together for the sake of the children that have died, thousands and thousands, and the innocent Israelis that were taken by Hamas. Hostages have to be returned. And then, as Muslims, we must all come together and help the Arabs and the Israelis build peace. AMMWEC did that in 2021 when AMMWEC signed the letter to promote and to celebrate the Abraham Accords, signed on that blessed day in the name of Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him. As Muslims, it is our duty to bring people together. That is what our Prophet did in his life. His life is full of examples of, yes, there were wars, but there were many more peace accords that he built. If we look at the Medina Charter, that was a charter that was between Muslims and Jews and the pagans who lived in Medina. And in that spirit, we must rebuild Gaza and help the Palestinians live a happy, healthy, prosperous, life-loving life.